A Parkville man taken into state custody against his will and hasn't been allowed to return home in more than 2 years. New at 10, Jenna Hatchard shows us why a new state group is fighting for John's freedom.
Well, court documents say John Flinty is disabled, a hoarder, and unable to take care of himself. But less than 48 hours ago, the Missouri Protection and Advocacy Group decided to take on his case to try to prove that John can stand on his own. 73-year-old John Flinty is enjoying a brief moment of freedom outside of a nursing home in Liberty.
Basically, I might as well be in jail for all I can do.
The state has taken away his ability to drive, vote, and essentially take care of himself. The former military intelligence officer hasn't been able to return to his upscale Parkville home in 27 months.
I'm fully functional, physically and mentally. I can do anything and everything. I have not felt better in my life than I do now. I'm as good as gold, and I don't belong here.
But according to the Platte County Public Administrator, John belongs in the care of the state. 2 years ago, he blacked out 3 times in his home. He says when he awoke, he was able to call for help and was transported to the hospital where doctors concluded that he is bipolar and has dementia. With no family able to take care of him, the county essentially became his legal guardian and took over his estate that he says is worth $600,000.
We expect, especially people like John, who've worked their whole life, worked their way up, been hardworking, good, honest people who haven't been in trouble with the law or anything, we expect that will be treated fairly. And apparently in Platte County, that's not true.
After a failed legal attempt to get his rights back, John hired appeals attorney Jonathan Sternberg. John Flinty also sought a second medical opinion where doctors concluded that he does not have dementia and his bipolar disorder is in remission.
You will find John is a perfectly lucid, conversant person. He's very intelligent.
But eventually, the Missouri Supreme Court declined to hear the appeal, and this week his case headed to the Missouri Protection and Advocacy Services, a federally funded state group that protects the rights of those with disabilities. It's the final attempt to allow John to enjoy the last of his liberties. Well, the Platte County Public Administrator says she cannot discuss the specifics of Flinty's case, but says that she has always acted in John's best interest. Krista.